Hey everybody, back with another video. But in this video, I wanted to kind of talk about Malia and Eliana. We all saw the other night the video of Eliana's return. And y'all excuse me, when I'm talking on here, I can't just sit here. There's things that I can be doing. So if you hear background noise, it's because I'm doing stuff. That's just how I am. But anyway, we all saw the return of Queen Eliana the other night and the live video. In that live, at first, Velvet Eliana. I'll call her both. She goes by both. You know, she came on, she was happy, she was smiling. You know, your typical Eliana return. Everything's great again. We know that it's not. So then they go downstairs to have their little meeting. And a caller gets on. You know, Nature Boy starts taking callers. I love when he does that. And when the caller got on, she asked Nature Boy, how do the people really feel about Eliana's return? And she asked him to be honest. Just be honest. And they kind of all went around the room. It started with Aya, who was, of course, scared to say anything remotely truthful in fear of, you know, getting cussed out and sent home by either Nature Boy or Eliana. And then it went to Efru, who is single, and gave the same mundane answer. Yes, I think that they belong together. They're each other's twin flames, and life is about growing and being you know, the same old rhetoric, nothing. Then we got to Duma Flotchy. What's her name? I think that, yeah, I'm gonna grow. The 19-year-old, I can't think of her name. Then we get to Star. She has absolutely nothing to say. And then, finally, to Malia. And we see that Malia is with Pisces. And Malia, the woman asked her, the woman's still on the live, she's like, be honest, Malia. And Malia was like, yeah, you know, it hurts, but this is what it is, and, you know, I'll get through it. You could see in Malia's face that she was fighting back tears, and she was hurting. She was. I feel like all of them, if they're honest, don't want Eliana there. They just don't. For several reasons. So the phone goes back to Nature Boy, and he's like, listen, you all did not keep it real. And I'm going to. And there is one thing I can say about him. When no one else is telling the truth, he is. He does keep it real. But then again, he can, because he doesn't have to worry about getting yelled at or sent home if he tells his real feelings. So he kept it real, and he said, listen, I have feelings for Malia. First he talked about Aya and Efru, and said that the chemistry was off. And when he got to Malia, he was like, yeah, you know, we have a bond. We have chemistry. And in a perfect world, I could have her and I could have Eliana. But can't do that. So all of a sudden, you know, there's this, the bomb is dropped, and there's this awkwardness. Eliana's face is no longer with a smile. Again, I think she thought, I don't know, I'm really actually confused about her return because several things were said that kind of made me wonder what's really going on, because I noticed through the live, Eliana, it started out she was kind of smiling and happy. And then she looked drained. She looked tired. She looked unenthusiastic, uninterested. Not even really mad, but just like she has no choice or something. I don't know. Like, it's almost like she has no choice but to go back. And then Nature Boy said something like, the world kicked her butt this time. She has to do the work now. If she was to leave again, she would be damn near suicidal. What did that mean? What happened this time when she left to make her feel so defeated? So I'm really interested in finding out. They haven't went live since, they're trying to do the whole surprise us when they go live, We know the script. Hopefully they know that we know the script by now. But yeah, that's something that really I paid attention to through the live, and I hope you all did too. But getting back to Malia and Eliana, she goes back. I can't remember if it was the same oh no, it was another caller. And that caller wanted to talk to Malia. So Nature Boy hands the phone to Malia. And the caller tells Malia, I hope you know that Eliana is going to make your life hell. And you're going to have to walk on eggshells. Because Nature Boy has feelings for you. Well, she called him Chief. I refuse to. So Eliana, Malia's just kind of looking at the phone, not saying anything. But it's because she knows it's true. She knows what's about to happen. Eliana doesn't like her. Eliana, in one part of the live, said that her relationship with Malia was cordial. Okay, whatever. Has women, I don't care what your race is, I don't care what your belief system is, when we say that we're cordial towards another woman, that means we don't like you. And we're going to get rid of you. Now, I'm not in a position where I have to be cordial with somebody because I've got a plan to get rid of them. But in this situation, that's what Eliana is saying. And not so many words, we're cordial. And Nature Boy, he can try to put up pictures like he did yesterday of Malia sitting beside Eliana with the baby. You can read the body language in a picture. Eliana does not want Malia there. She just doesn't. Because, okay, and this is another thing I want to get into. Give me a second. I want to talk about, okay, in that live, he said that he is not polygamy, he's not monogamous. Basically, they're just winging it right now. I mean, really, that's what he said. They're just winging it. They're going to see what happens, how this works out. Which is a bad idea, because if you're not going to fix your problems, guess what? They're going to show up later. Probably sooner rather than later with these two. Eliana and Nature Boy. I'm confused why she even came back, Eliana. knowing that Nature Boy will never be a one-woman man. He just will not. He loves the attention too much to just be with one woman. Yeah, he'll be okay with Eliana for a little bit. And when I say a little bit, I'm talking about maybe a couple of weeks. And then he's going to get bored and he's going to want other women. Mainly Malia. So that's another thing that just kind of threw me off with Eliana coming back, because she knows how this goes. He is not just going to be with her. So why even come back to this knowing it's going to be the same song and dance? The same. The lyrics haven't changed. Nothing's changed. And now she has... Aya at one point was a problem for Eliana. Not so much anymore. I think Aya is burnt out and she's done. At one point, Aya was even talking about going home. So I don't think that she has to worry anymore about Aya. I don't think she has to worry about Efru. I don't think she has to worry about Star. But Malia, she has to worry about. And in that live, again, I'm going back to that live because that's what I'm talking about. Eliana seemed so done with it all. Just done. And it's like, why did you come back if this was going to be your attitude? I mean, it could be that she is pregnant, and maybe, you know, when we're pregnant, we're tired, we're drained, we're burnt out. I'm sure she didn't want to get on the live and start talking about polygamy again. But there was something different about Eliana this time. And with that being said, I'm going to be looking for there to be real problems in the future with Malia and Eliana. Right now, they got to play it cool. They've got to, you know, show us. They got to prove to us that they can get through this. But that ain't going to work. And I feel like Eliana is more physical. So when she flips out, blacks out, she's going to put her hands on Malia. Malia, to me, is someone who just runs her mouth more, but we've all seen Eliana get... We've seen her beat up Nature Boy, bite him on the back, and him scream, "Ah! She bit me!" He's a wuss. But Eliana is really about that as far as throwing hands. She will do it. And I don't know what's going to happen here, but Malia, you better prepare yourself. And you know that Nature Boy is going to be sneaking out with Malia, just like he used to do behind Pocahontas' back with Eliana, EJ at the time. It's going to be the same thing. It's almost like it's come full circle, and it's like karma is biting Eliana on the butt. She is just like really catching it. And if she's pregnant, that's double the karma. Not saying that a child is bad karma. I'm just saying, well, I mean, if it wasn't good timing and if it wasn't with the right man and then you feel stuck, well, yeah, I guess it could be, you know. Children are a blessing, but I don't feel like having one with a demonic cult leader is the best way to bring a blessing into the world. But I want y'all to keep an eye on this and tell me what you all think's going to happen between Malia and Eliana. Because Nature Boy made it clear, if he could have them both, What did he say? He said what he wants is them both, but what is right is Eliana and his son, or in his daughter. Then that's him not being real with himself. And we all know Nature Boy, whatever he wants, he's going to get. So he can tell us and he can tell Eliana that, you know, it's not... Here comes my dog. Hold on, y'all. Is there somebody out there? Get in here. Come on. Get in here. What did you hear? You didn't hear a beeping noise. Come on. Okay, I'm going to have to shut the door then. That's where you want to be. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. He wanted to go out. But, yeah, what Nature Boy wants, he gets. Especially with those people. They're very weak-minded. You know, they don't... They're young. They're weak. They believe he is the Christ. So, if he tells Malia, come here, or I'm taking you back from Pisces, that's exactly what's going to happen. So, and Eliana seems to me like she's now trapped in having to deal with it. Because the first time she left and come back, the energy wasn't like that. The energy was them two reunited. They're so happy. They're so in love. They can't live without each other. You know, talking about how horrible Olmec was. You all remember that story that she told that was so... Nature Boy got her up there to make a complete jerk of herself, and she done a really good job. So, I'm ready to see how this plays out with all the carbonation. And another thing, where are these people going? How long are they going to stay in Cookie's house? These people have taken over Cookie's house. Well, there's 14 of them. And you all saw in that live the other night, poor old Cookie couldn't even sit in her living room. Cookie was sitting on her stairs. What? Cookie, take your house back. Good grief, woman. What are you thinking? You know they ain't paying rent. They're not giving her any type of income to help her with the bills. They're just running over her house. And Eliana and Nature Boy and baby Eliana have taken over the master bedroom. What? Who does that? Who does that? Who lets a bunch of hippies that don't bathe just come stay in their house? I don't understand it. I don't. Maybe Cookie's young and she thinks, ooh, I've got these cool people staying out at my house and this is going to be fun. But I think she's quickly realizing this ain't fun. And it's really not going to be fun when Eliana gets to blacking out on, Malia. Yeah, it's going to be a whole mess. But with that being said, please, y'all, give me your comments, what y'all think about what's going to happen between Malia and Eliana, how this is going to pan out, and what you all expect. I know what I expect, and I believe it's going to happen. Either one or two things will happen here. Eliana will get on board with polygamy and him having Malia has a quote-unquote wife too. Or she'll leave again. Then again, my mind goes back to what he said that night. I can't get that out of my head. When he said, the universe whooped her butt this time. She was suicidal. She would be suicidal if she left again. Until that, and she kind of alluded to that she will talk about more of that later. So I'm waiting to hear if she does any what they call downloads and teaching. But I'm waiting to see if she talks about what happened when she left this last time. But anyway, y'all, I'm out. Got some things to do. But leave in the comments what your all's opinions are. And I'll talk to y'all later.